Hey guys, it's Zipper. So I've decided to do a short YouTube series explaining some common misconceptions with some military items that I've noticed people have been screwing up a little bit. And some of this includes armored vehicles and their roles, so like tanks and infantry fighting vehicles and what they do in a combat zone, as well as different types of weapons and their roles with the same description as the vehicles. Um, and a lot of other topics that I want to talk about because I've noticed that people just they don't really understand pretty much the same thing as the rifle loading with a clip or a magazine. It's to me it's that annoying when people they get confused about a couple things that make me a little bit cringy inside. So just wanted to do this video to talk about that. So in this video we're going to be talking about modern combat helmets, modern ones, and I'm not talking about old ones that like you know the Romans used or old cavalry helmets that have completely different uses and stuff like that. As well as even today, there's a lot of combat helmets that are used in battlefields that aren't what I'm talking about, such as like just old plain metal, World War II type helmets that really don't have all that much use, although those do have their own specific use in that time period. Modern combat helmets, such as the French Spectre helmet, is what I'm going to be talking about today. So yeah, again, the French Spectre helmet is pretty much what I'm going to be basing everything off of. So the first thing I want to get down is modern combat helmets are not designed to stop a bullet. I know that's a shock. Straight and to the point, they're not designed to stop a bullet. There are some helmets that are designed to withstand a bullet shot, but that's a whole different topic that I won't get into. What I mean is that a lot of people think because in video games, so like H1Z1, you put on a helmet and your head is invulnerable for one shot. Games like Arma get it a little bit better, where yes, you can. It does take a little bit less damage, but it's still not the same effect as what I'm trying to get across. In a modern battlefield, helmets are not designed to stop bullets. Point simple. That's just it. You're saying probably in your head, well then, if they're not designed to stop bullets, what are they designed for? Well, they're designed to stop explosions or shock waves from explosions, as well as stopping fragments from, say, grenades or, anything kicked up from when an explosive goes off. So the way that most helmets dampen shockwave from explosions, the use of trauma liners or foam, essentially, or padding inside of a helmet, as well as a suspension system which holds your head like a little bit away from the side of the helmet and the top of the helmet, so that if there is an explosion, your head's not contacting immediately with the helmet, and the helmet just got the brunt of the blast. So your head's not right against it, so you're not taking a immediate hit in the head. It's just supposed to protect your skull a little bit. Pretty much like if you fall on a bike, you don't want to wear like just a piece of metal, right? That'll just slam against the ground, then it'll slam right into your head. That's how helmets prevent injury from shockwaves, from fragments, or things that are kicked up from an explosive. Usually it's high density Kevlar, or is a long one, ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, which is used mostly in the Spectra helmet and other helmets in that design. What it does is pretty much it's got so many layers overlapping that it slows down the projectile so much that it doesn't go through the helmet, or if it does, it's at a much, much, much lower velocity than initially when it came out of whatever it came out of or was kicked up off the ground. Kevlar, however, does have a little bit of an edge on ballistics or bullets. So if you do get shot in the head and you got a Kevlar helmet on, you're going to have a lot better time than if you got shot in the head with polyethylene. So the Spectre helmet, just talking about the Spectre helmet now, is designed to stop shell fragments of 1.1 grams traveling at 680 meters per second, or 2,200 feet per second for you Americans. And there are many different versions of the Spectre helmets, modified by different countries. One such is the Canadian CG634, which is modified and uses mostly Kevlar to increase ballistic protection. Canada said, oh, well, we want a helmet that provides a little bit of ballistic protection, so if, one of our soldiers does have a graze in the head from a bullet, he has a much much higher chance of survival. So that's just one of the ways that some countries have adapted the Spectra and other helmets. Like I said before, there are some helmets that are specifically designed to stop or dampen bullets. One such is the American Enhanced Combat Helmet, or ECH. Mostly the Marines, the U.S. Marines have them. The U.S. Army hasn't adopted them entirely. They're not in general service completely. So I'm not really considering them mainstream or universally used because not a lot of countries use them, for one, and number two, they're very, very expensive to produce. It's not an easy production process. I mean, not saying that, making a Kevlar helmet or polyethylene helmet is, just saying it's a lot easier to make those than it is to make an ECH. But yeah, there are some like that, but I don't consider them to be at the same level as the other helmets because most helmets designed today are not designed to stop bullets. They are designed to stop fragments or to dampen explosions, so that your brain doesn't go to mush, pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have, really. If you have any questions about what I talked about, you can post them in the comments below. And I hope you really liked the video. If you really did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because it really does help me. And I'm gonna make a lot more of these videos because I've got a lot of more things I want to rant on about this. But if you don't want to watch me ask you to donate to my Patreon, I won't blame you. So you can leave now if you really want to. Give you a couple seconds if you want to decide about that. Okay, so to those of you who stayed, thank you, and I really, really, really do appreciate you guys. Everybody watching my videos, I appreciate, understand that. But if you do decide to donate to my Patreon, I'm incredibly grateful to you guys. And if all you can afford is $1 a month, even 50 cents a month, I understand that completely. But it really does help. Anything, literally any amount of money helps. So with that, thank you guys all for watching my video, and I will be coming out with another couple of these videos. So pretty easy to make. So excited about this. Anyways, I hope you guys keep crushing Priuses. Until my next video. See you guys.